Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about antibiotics. Children, antibiotics can be called as artificial antibodies. In the word antibiotics, anti means against and biotic means biology. So we can say that antibiotics are the chemicals that are against the biology of pathogenic bacteria. Children, these antibiotics are very effective against pathogenic bacteria. These are a special type of chemical compounds which target either slowing down the growth of bacteria so that it can't increase its number by multiplying as fast as it can. Ultimately, what happens? It will slow down the rate of infection. Sometimes these antibiotics can be lethal to the bacterial cell, where they attack the structure of the bacterial cell and kills the bacteria in the process. As a result, bacteria is not able to spread infection any further. Different antibiotics functions in different ways. Some of the antibiotics, such as penicillin, blocks the bacterial processes that build the cell walls. Thus, the growing bacteria become unable to make cell wall, and in absence of cell wall, it dies. Some of the antibiotics attack the ribosomes of the bacterial cell and break the ribosomes. Children, we all know that ribosomes are the protein factory. So when the ribosomes are destroyed, the protein formation will not take place and ultimately bacteria will die. Some of the antibiotics may attack the genetic material of the bacterial cell. They can bind with the bacterial DNA and cause mutation in it and breaks DNA. As a result, the bacterial cell can't divide its DNA further and dies. Some antibiotics attack the site of transporter protein that are present on the bacterial cell wall. These proteins allow nutrients and gases to enter inside the bacterial cell, whereas they allow toxins and waste to leave the bacterial cell. When antibiotics block these transporter proteins present on the bacterial cell wall, nutrients cannot enter inside the cell, and toxins which are produced inside the cell and which are harmful for bacteria cannot leave the cell. Ultimately, the cell starves and dies. Children, this diagram represents the normal condition of the bacterial cell where the transporter proteins are functioning properly. As you can see, nutrients and gases are allowed to enter inside the bacterial cell. Toxins are leaving the bacterial cell. Once these transporter proteins are acted upon by the antibiotics, they cannot function properly and ultimately the bacterial cell dies. You can have one question in your mind whether these antibiotics are harmful for human cells or not. Children, these antibiotics harm only the bacterial cell and not the human cell. But there should be some precautions we must take while taking antibiotics. Number 1, we should always take antibiotics after the advice of the physician. Second, it should be taken in proper doses and full course should be completed. If you are taking it in lesser dose than required, the disease, you will not be overcome from disease. If you are taking overdoses, it can be harmful and kill the important good bacteria present in the gut region, which are helpful for digestion. So, we must take antibiotics after taking proper advice from the doctors.